In previous videos, we learned how to calculate the MRL for actives that has an F in the European database, like pyraclostrobin. But what happens to actives like malathion that has no F? Well, to calculate the MRL for malathion in oil, it depends on how soluble in fat malathion is. So when you crush soybeans, you have a water phase and an oil phase. Some pesticides concentrate just in the oil phase, like the F ones. Others concentrate just in the water phase, and some others concentrate in both the water and the oil phase. And to measure this, we can get use of the octanol water partition coefficient, also called POW, that measures the concentration of pesticide in the oil phase divided the concentration of the pesticide in the water phase. So you can have a pesticide, let's call it A, that per one part of pesticide concentrated in water, it has also one part of pesticide concentrated in oil. So the POW coefficient is 1. You can have a pesticide B that concentrates 10 times more in oil than in water, with a POW of 10, a pesticide C with 100 POW, and pesticide D with 1000 POW. It is easier to use the logarithm, so for pesticide A, the log POW will be 0, for B 1, for C 2, and for D 3. This is important because depending on this logarithm, you should apply one of these formulas. If the logarithm is more than 1, the MRL of the oil is the same as the MRL of the raw commodity. But if the logarithm is between 1 and 3, you need to apply this formula with this coefficient, and eventually, as we saw in the last video, for logarithms bigger than 3 or with the F tag by the European Union, you apply the conventional formula. So let's see an example. What is the MRL that applies on soybeans for malathion? Well, we need to go to the source, and we see that the MRL that applies to the raw commodity, the raw soybeans, is 0.02. And if we check on the internet, we will find that the log POW of malathion is 2.36. So we need to apply this formula in the middle with the coefficient. So we have the result. The MRL of malathion in soybeans oil is 0.09 ppm. I hope this video has been helpful, and do not hesitate to ask any questions you may have. Thank you for your attention. Bye.